Hello and welcome to another episode of Mr. Kung Has Problems. Tonight in grade 5 in module 6 we are working on lesson number 30, and that means that just like last night we are solidifying our vocabulary of geometry. But unlike last night, we're going to be doing a different activity today. Today we're going to be teaching perhaps a family member, a sibling, a pictorial vocabulary game, right? So we're going to be using those pictorial vocabulary cards that we used in class today. So today is really just a reflection about what games we played, who played the games with you, and what was it like to teach someone at home how to play. The question that I really want to look at, though, is did you have to teach the person who played with you any of the math concepts before you could play? Which ones, and what was that like? My guess is if you're like me, you have a sense of what most of those shapes mean, but if you had to actually teach someone else, you have to be very, very specific about what you're teaching. It's not enough to say, well, it's kind of, it's kind of like they're the same. And the person looks at you blankly and says, really? What's the same? And then you have to think and you have to say, oh, okay, the lengths of the sides that are opposite each other are the same length. Oh, okay, that's different. And what was the same about the angles? Oh, the angles, the adjacent angles are this, or each of the angles is a right angle, or the opposite angles are acute, or the opposite angles are obtuse. You have to be very specific with your vocabulary when you're teaching someone something new. And my guess is if you played this game with someone, you probably had to review some of those shapes. Even with adults, it's very rare that you run into an adult who can give you a very efficient definition of a rhombus. But I'll give you a little secret. It's pretty rare that you can run into an adult that can give you a very efficient definition of a rectangle, even something as simple as a rectangle, something that we all kind of know when we see it. If you were to ask them exactly what is a rectangle, they would say, well, it's sort of a box or whatever. They would not give you a very efficient definition, one that you might have polished as you were here in 5th grade. So I hope you had a good time playing the game tonight. Good luck with these questions where you're asked to sort of reflect on the process of teaching games, and I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.